Yo, what's poppin', my people? It's your boy Crooks the Great, aka CTG, and I'm back at you guys. Bro, get up. Yo, what's poppin', my people? It's your big homie Crooks the Great, aka CTG, and I'm back at you guys with another banger of a UFC 5 video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to become master strikers in UFC 5. Now, for those of you guys that have been around for quite a while, you guys know I've been one of the best strikers in the UFC franchise for quite a long time. I've been doing this since UFC 1. I've beaten some of the best players in the world, from GOAT 1099 to Romero to whoever you want to name. I've beat them. I mean, you guys have recently seen me go up against Nods UFC. I've done a breakdown on that video. So I've played the best players in the world, and I've beaten them in the striking aspect of the game. So I want to show you guys how to do the same thing that I do. So in order to do so, we're going to be breaking down a fight I did in Ranked Championships off stream. I'm going to be using Jack Shore here in the red corner, and I'm going to be taking on a meta fighter in Alexander Volkanovski. Now, my reasoning for not showing my face in this one is because I want you guys to really pay attention to the gameplay, because there's a lot of little intricacies that you guys are going to see me do in this fight that are really going to make me be able to dominate the fight in the way that I want to in the striking aspect. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so you guys see the first thing here is going to be, I'm not trying to overcommit and walk forward and dictate the pace. I want to get a feel for what my opponent is trying to do, especially because I'm using Jack Shore, who is a 4-star. So here I'm just taking my time, using the jab. The jab becomes a very important part of the striking aspect when you're trying to set a tempo. See, I switch stance just to give him a different look. I want to see how he's going to react to it. We're chopping at that leg to try to slow down that movement. Right there, landing him beautifully. Double hook into a lead uppercut. Gets us some nice damage. He shoots for a takedown, and he gets us down. Now, I want to pause it right here because I want you guys to really get what I was looking at doing, right? So I was working the stand-up very well, but I was mixing it up high-low. And if you're going to be an elite level striker and you're going to dominate the striking part of any match that you're in, you're going to have to start to create that high-low mix-up. Now, you can do that one of two ways, right? You can either go head to body or head to legs. I chose to go head to legs because I know Alexander Volkanovski players, especially this guy, is going to be using a lot of movement. They're going to want to be in and out. They're going to want to be using that quick footwork speed of Alexander Volkanovski. So I decided to chop those legs, and I had a lot of success. So I kept going to it. I started mixing it up in different ways. I would go high, then go low. Then occasionally I would just go high. I would pop out a single leg kick. So you want to start mixing things up like that as the fight goes along, just to kind of keep your opponent off balance. I would not recommend you just kind of zoning in on something and then just repeatedly going back to it. Because if you do that, high level players and even like intermediate players are going to start to check it, and they're going to be adamant about taking it away from you, right? So you want to mix it in slowly but surely. Before they know it, you know, their legs are chopped or their body is just absolutely annihilated. So I wanted to point that out before we continued on in the fight. So now you guys see here, the way we were striking has forced my opponent to shoot for takedowns. Now here, what I'm looking for is, I'm just looking to defend here. I feel like I did a good enough job, a decent enough job on the feet to really kind of make this a split round. and maybe even win the round, honestly. So we're trying not to let him get us in any super bad positions and land any heavy ground and pound or get us in a submission. So right here you see him punching, gaining that GA. He's going to be able to get back to full mount. Now this spot right here could be tricky for a lot of people because a lot of players in UFC 5 are starting to get better at holding the full mount. So the key to getting out of full mount is going to be just staying patient. Staying patient and blocking the up transition for ground and pound. So you see right here, I'm staying patient. Letting him hit my block. Yes, he hit me with an elbow, but he's not doing a lot of damage. And right there, we were able to time out a nice half guard sweep. And we're just staying patient with it. Yes, I know he's getting a lot of top control here, but we're really just trying to ride it out till we can get back to our feet, right? Or until the round ends. So right here, you see him looking to line the ground and pound. We don't allow him to. He just hits our block. And that's going to be the end of the first round. Now, that was a very, very solid striking round from us. It says that we won the round right there, but it was a swing round. It could have went either way, in my opinion. So in the second round, we need to do a little bit of a better job of feeling more confident in securing the round. So there we touch gloves. And notice I'm mixing in the offbeat strikes like I talked to you guys about in the Nas UFC video that I just broke down a couple days ago. We're utilizing the straight because I don't see him moving his head a lot. As I say that, he literally moves his head. But notice how I'm starting to get a little bit better with his timing. I know when he's looking to enter and what he's looking to throw. And you see him looking to chop our legs as well, which if we deny him, which we don't deny that takedown right there. If we check the leg kicks, it's gonna amplify quicker the damage to his legs. So here is something that you have to expect. Guys, once you start to work people on the feet, they're gonna want to grapple you. They are. So you have to have good grappling defense. It's super important. Super, super important if you're going to try to be dominating the grappling aspect. So right here, he did get backside, but he did have to use a muscle modifier in order to get to backside, which is going to drain his long-term stamina down. So that's exactly what we wanted to do out of sprawl. He tries to get back mount. We're denying a lot of these transitions. We're able to hit the get up, which is going to make him work if he's going to get us down. We're back to the feet. Now, I really want you guys to pay attention to see the patience that I'm showing in this fight. I'm being patient, but I'm not kind of just backing up and waiting and playing the waiting game. As you see him take me down again right there. My takedown denial was just absolutely trash in these first two rounds. But you guys see I'm kind of just taking it easy. I'm being patient, but I'm throwing strikes to keep him honest. And there's a fine balance between being too aggressive and being just aggressive enough to make your opponent start to feel uncomfortable. And that's what we're looking for. So right there, he's trying to transition through. We block it. And look at his long-term stamina bar. And we're only at the end of round 2. Right there, block the body punches. Hit him with a clean elbow to the head. Now there is only 25 seconds left. So he's not really going to have time to do anything other than ground and pound. So there he transitions to side control. Right there we go back up to half guard. And that's going to be the end of round 2. Now that round I feel is a little bit more secured in our favor because we did a lot more damage in that round. Even though it says too close to call, I feel like we won that round significantly. I really, really think we did. And we started to establish rhythm, right? And that's what we're looking for. So we touch gloves and we're back underway. So you see I'm trying to stay in the center of the octagon as much as possible to not allow him to get a turning takedown off of the cage. You see him circling off, so we chop his leg right there. And I want you guys to notice how I'm really just mixing it up high-low, and how it's really kind of just causing him to freeze, right? And that's what you want to do to opponents. You want to make them second guess what they're doing and make them think that you're doing one thing, so it kind of stalls out their offense. Now I want to pause it and kind of touch a little bit more on what I just said. When you cause your opponent to freeze, it kind of makes them second guess throwing offense, and that could be the best defense, right? A lot of people say the best offense in fighting is literally the best defense is a good offense, right? I know you guys have heard that before, and that in UFC 5 can be true. The best defense is offense. And I actually got a question about this the other day on my video, if I could make a striking defense video outside of, you know, pattern reading. Now, pattern reading is a really, really big thing, but having a really, really good and efficient offensive striking game can be the best defense, because it can make your opponent second guess when their turn is. And if you can get them second guessing on when to throw punches, when to throw kicks, then you're not going to take damage coming back. And it's going to kind of just really screw with their mental a lot. So just keep that in mind, my people. Having a good striking offense can be the best striking defense in some occasions. I'm not saying to go balls to the wall all the time against elite level players and stuff like that, because sometimes you are going to need to move your head. Sometimes you are going to need to use space and stuff like that. But sometimes having a really, really good striking offense is the best striking defense. So right here you see him switch to southpaw because that leg is getting chopped up. Now we're feinting that straight. Right there, caught him with a nice jab straight. You guys are starting to see the difference in our head health. Starting to become a little bit more evident. Alright, and right here we're taking our time. We're starting to land a little bit more combinations. And now you see him starting to play off the back foot a little bit more. And us chopping that lead leg is going to make it a little more difficult for him to shoot for takedowns. And you see now he's trying to stay in the opposite stance of us, so that way when he shoots for like a double leg or a single leg, it's even harder for us to deny, as we did deny the first takedown right there. Right here, we got him pushed up against the fence, so we're going to try to do a little bit of work. Nice combo right there by him. Now, we don't want to get too aggressive, because although we do have such a big stamina lead and we are dictating the pace of the fight right here, Alexander Volkanovski, he can turn it around fast. So we're staying patient. He launches off a head kick. We feint to the body. Cracked him with a clean two-piece. Nice offbeat combo. Catches him at the end into a slip hook, into a leg kick. I mean, now we're just getting tricky with it. And like I said, once you establish a clean rhythm, your offense will be your defense. Because look at right there, he's overthrowing. He tried to hit the body. He did a good job of blocking it. Right there, nice two-piece combo. Ooh, nice pull back straight. And that's the end of the third round. Now you guys see, in the middle of that third round, we started to separate. Now we're using everything that we have set up in the first two rounds in the striking to start to pull away from this guy, right? We're starting to pull away little by little by little. And these are the rounds where you're going to really notice all your hard work paying off. Now, if you're in a 3-round fight, you're going to need to make this happen a little bit faster. But since we are in a 5-round fight, this is where we're going to start to pull away. You see right there, he's shooting for takedowns. We're on the denial now because we know that's going to be the only way he's going to win this fight is grappling us. Right there, pop the jab off. Nice straight, replaces the jab. He clinches us. He's going to go for a takedown right there. We're going to go for the get up, and we're able to get up out of stat guard, or out of feet on hips. I'm sorry, not stat guard. Right here, we're still just staying patient. Nice body kick by him. Feinting off the straight, going down to the body, then back up to the head. He misses on the kick. And now we used that distance off of the missed kick to kind of close the distance and move him back. Right there, nice slip hook, because I noticed he's throwing a lot of straight strikes. Now, I want to pause it right here because I want to tell you guys something that you should not do. You absolutely should not. Even when you have your opponent's head held down, their stamina bar, their long-term stamina bar is cooked, you should at no point be just going in wild with combinations. You should not just put your foot on the gas and literally just be walking your opponent down 99% of the time just because you know their head health is low. Really, really, really common mistake that I see a lot of players make, and that's why they get caught and put away even when they're dominating fights, is because they just go in reckless because they know they have their opponents hurt, or their head health is down, or their long-term stamina bar is down. That's a big no-no, man. You set yourself up to getting knocked out, and it's never a good idea. You should always be measured and take your damn time when looking to get finishes, even when you've done such masterful striking work like I have in this fight. So you guys see right here, I'm just taking my time. He's still shooting for takedowns, but they're going to be even harder to get because we've kicked his leg and we're not going buck wild with the damn combinations. You see how measured I am? I'm not just overcommitting on long combination strings. I'm taking my time, working the high-low mix-up still. Popping off that jab, hit him with a hook. Ooh, but right there we got a little bit greedy, and that's what I say. That's why I told you guys, don't overcommit and get reckless, because then that happened, and you see how quickly that could have ended the fight. Unfortunately, for him, it didn't. Right there, breaking through the block. Now, I see he's away from his controller, so, you know, I'm going to give him a break. He went AFK for a second. It's right here. We're still just taking our time. Popping with a straight. Body shot. And we're still just playing it patient, trying to interrupt him as he's moving forward. Still just taking our time, though. Catch him with a crispy, clean 4-piece combination. Gets us the knockdown. Now we have him in all sorts of trouble, but look at how I'm approaching this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not just blitzing in, standing straight in front of him. We're staying off at the range that has given us a lot of success. Dripping to the body, then back up to the head. Hit him with a clean uppercut that gets us the knockdown right before the bell right there of the end of the 4th round. And now you guys are seeing, right? All of the work that we've done in the previous 4 rounds is really starting to pay dividends, man. And this is how you master the striking aspect of UFC 5. Because look at his stamina. It's cooked. It's cooked. We're up high. We have high head health. And now it's just easy peasy for us. And we just got to pick our shots and we're going to get a finish. So right here you see now we're going a little bit crazy and we hit him with the clean uppercut. And we were able to get the finish right there with Jack Shore, who is a 4-star fighter against a meta Alexander Volkanovski. And that's how you want to do it, ladies and gentlemen. That really, really is. That's how you master. That's how you put on a masterclass of a striking performance in UFC 5. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys that this is easy, because it differs from fight to fight. Obviously, sometimes you're going to have people that spam you. Sometimes you're going to have other elite level fighters standing across from you. But overall, this is really how you want to approach a fight going into it. You want to try to figure out the rhythm. You want to try to figure out what's going on in there. So yeah, that's what you want to do. But that's it for the video, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to slap that subscribe button as well as slap that like button. It'd be much appreciated. And let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this video. What's something that you guys struggle with in your striking game? And if this video helped you out, let me know in the comment section as well. I'm going to be responding to every single comment that is left underneath the video. But until next time, my people, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this from. And I will see you guys in the next video.